our coverage of primary elections tonight in Cameron County. The sheriff's race likely headed to a runoff.
Let's take a look at the numbers right now. The incumbent Omar Lucio, the two challengers Eric Garza and Michael Galvan. And right now a very close race, 77% of the precincts reporting. Omar Lucio with 43% of the vote. Right now Eric Garza with 41%, followed by Michael Galvan. Armonica de Anda, live tonight in Brownsville with the latest.
Christine, Oscar, like you guys said, this race is headed to a runoff. Most likely, it will be between current Sheriff Omar Lucio and challenger Eric Garza. Now, we did speak to current Sheriff Omar Lucio, who's been leading the department for 19 years, just a few moments ago, and he did tell us that, you know, he is looking forward to this challenge. It was not what he expected, but this is what he had to say about the runoff.
Well, if that happens, you know, we're going to work twice as hard as far as that goes. It's nothing unusual for people to be in a runoff. We didn't expect it, but then again, you know, the voters are the ones that decide.
Now, we also did speak to his challenger for that runoff, Eric Garza. Remember, he is a former district clerk, and he also is a licensed Texas peace officer. He tells us his team is looking forward to the challenge. They said this is what they wanted, and they're looking forward to regrouping and again setting out and seeing what will happen in the runoff election. Reporting in Cameron County, Monica de Anda, Channel 5 News at 10.
And once that runoff is settled to November, as you look ahead, it'll be John Chambers on the Republican side on that ticket for Cameron County Sheriff. Right now, let's get straight to the numbers for Hidalgo County Sheriff in the Democratic primary. Eddie Guerra, Raul Salinas, Frank Guerrero, the running for that seat tonight.
Channel 5's Christian Colon live at Sheriff Guerra's watch party. And Christian, it looks like they have a lot to celebrate tonight.
That's right, in a crowded room here in McAllen, Sheriff Guerra is celebrating the unofficial win tonight. As you can hear, the crowd is cheering for Eddie Guerra. He had two opponents, Raul Salinas and Frank Guerrero, who went against him. Though tonight, the results are showing that Sheriff Eddie Guerra will be the unofficial winner for tonight. We talked to him earlier, and this is what he told us.
How are you getting ready for the November election?
Well, obviously, I want to get back to the business of the sheriff's office. We've got a good ways for the November election, and we'll be ready for that when the time comes.
Anything else you want to add and tell your
Again, I want to thank the citizens of Hidalgo County for their confidence in running the 7th largest sheriff's office in the state of Texas. I'm honored and I'm very proud to lead this sheriff's office. We've got some fantastic men and women that are out there putting their lives on the line, protecting this community.
Again, Guerra had two opponents, Raul Salinas and Frank Guerrero. But after the votes are canvassed tonight, Guerrero will hope to be the Democratic representative and represent the Democrats in the November ballot. You can count on us to continue to bring you the very latest for election night and this Super Tuesday at Channel 5 News, online and on air at krgv.com. In McAllen, Christian Colon, Channel 5 News at 10.
It's a rowdy group out there.
Yeah.
Moving now to the race for State Senator, District 27. This area covers part of Hidalgo, Cameron, and Willacy counties.
Let's take a look at the results this evening. Eddie Lucio Jr., again the incumbent, being challenged tonight by Sarah Stapleton Barrera and also Ruben Cortez. And right now with 21% of the precincts reporting Eddie Lucio with looks like a little less than a 2,000 vote lead, maybe a little bit more than a 2,000 vote lead right now with 49% of the vote.
And we have Channel 5's Cecilia Gutierrez following this race. Cecilia.
There's only 21 of the precincts.
Oscar, Christine, I'm standing with State Senator Eddie Lucio Jr. right now. So we just saw the numbers. For those of you who can't see, there's a giant screen right behind our camera. You just saw the numbers. Really, you know, a little close for comfort. You haven't had an opponent for a while. If this does end up going into a runoff, you know, what's the strategy for that?
Well, I think the public deserves to see a complete resume on both candidates of what we've done during the period of time, whether we've been in office like I have, or whether we've been preparing for office. What exactly can we show the public that will merit their support?
And, you know, in the past you have voted with Republicans. For some of the younger voters that might not be as progressive as they would like, what is your strategy? Do you think that would hurt or be for you with that younger crowd?
You know, when I vote either with Democrats or Republicans, it's for the good of the valley. I echo the sentiments of the people I represent. I have a grandchild in college. I have one that's about to graduate from high school. I want to know what their needs are. I'm going to continue to work with young people to make sure that I echo their sentiments in Austin, Texas.
All right. Well, Senator, good luck. We wish you the best of luck, and we wish everyone else the best of luck out there. I'm going to throw it back to you guys.
Another tight race, and this is for District 28. This is for Congressional District 28. Longtime incumbent facing a young challenger, Henry Cuellar and Jessica Cisneros.
Yeah, we've been watching this all night. It has been neck and neck, super tight. Valerie Gonzalez is live in Laredo, where she's following the race with the Cuellar camp. Valerie.
We're outside the campaign headquarters for incumbent Henry Cuellar, who's held his seat for 15 years. Tonight, it's unclear if he's going to hold it for another term. Let's take you inside. There is a party atmosphere of sorts. Supporters who showed up here are here for Cuellar, but they're also here for his brother, who's running to be reelected for sheriff, and his sister, who's also running locally. Challenger and newcomer to the political arena, Jessica Cisneros, is so close in some counties like Bexar and Hidalgo. In Starr County, Cuellar is the unofficial winner. Here in Webb County, early voting numbers show Cuellar is also up by 7% of the votes. Neither Cuellar nor Cisneros have shown up to their watch parties. We are on standby, but we have spoken to supporters about why they voted for Cisneros and Cuellar. The supporters that we spoke to with Cisneros tells us that she believes that change is necessary in this bicultural, evolving community facing border issues. The man that we spoke to here also told us that the border is important, but in a different context. He told us that Cuellar's voting record reflects support for businesses, and that has helped the export and import business here, and that's really big business for Laredo and border cities like Bronzeville. So we're going to sit by and see what the results are, because it is a really close race. But we'll be watching and we'll be reporting online and on air as often as possible. Live in Laredo, Valerie Gonzalez, Channel 5 News at 10.
We also have a tight race for Hidalgo County Commissioner Precinct 3. I'm going to show you some of the numbers here. Joe Flores with 51% of the vote. His challenger, Alvarado Villarreal, 49%.
Channel 5's Christian Von Preissing covering this race tonight. He is in Mission with the latest. Christian.
And those results showing a close margin right now, similar to what we were seeing earlier in the day with the early voting results as well, also showing a close margin. Again, in this race, we've got Commissioner Joe Flores, who's the incumbent, who served several terms, and some accomplishments that he points to were paving Colonia roads, installing crosswalks, expanding parks, and bringing in new businesses to his precinct. His challenger, Everardo Villarreal, is running in this election as well. He says they need to do more of that to improve drainage, to improve streets, to improve lighting, and to bring in more businesses. Now, his precinct represents a majority of western Hidalgo County. That'll include places like Mission, Peñitas, Palmview, Granjeno, and other areas outside of those city limits. Again, they are still neck and neck right now. We are watching those results as the remainder come in, and stay with us. We'll give you the very latest. Live in Mission, Christian Von Preissing, Channel 5 News at 10.